Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's good with your fam? Hey, listen, first off, let me welcome you all to the channel. Let me thank you for coming to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to consider subscribing as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. It's fight week, baby. Keith one-time Thurman will be defending his Super WBA welterweight title against the living legend, the regular WBA champion, Manny Pacquiao. This weekend is going down at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. I'm wondering what these numbers would do. You know what I'm saying? What kind of pay-per-view numbers in the era of streaming? You know, everybody got a link, everybody got a, you know, everybody streams things for free nowadays. So I doubt that will, you know, the days of the 4 and 5 million pay-per-view sold. I think that's come and gone, man. I think we're past that. You know, everybody can stream shit now, man. But with that being said, man, what kind of numbers do we think that Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman can do? Now, we know Manny Pacquiao, you know, he has been on pay-per-view and in big events many of time. This is Keith Thurman's first pay-per-view. I think the pay-per-view with Adrian Broner, I think it did somewhere between 300 and 400,000 pay-per-view buys. But is Keith Thurman a bigger draw than Adrian Broner? That's the question. Now, we all know that Adrian Broner, you know, he does big numbers, especially on Showtime. Adrian Broner's numbers are always right around 1 million, between 800,000, 1.2 million. You know, his fights are always somewhere around 1 million. You know, Adrian Broner, you know, people want to see Adrian Broner fight. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, with the living legend, Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner, them two together was able to put together 300,000 through, I forget, between 300 and 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Is Keith Thurman a bigger star than Adrian Broner? You know what I'm saying? Is Keith Thurman a bigger draw than Adrian Broner? Me personally, I think, especially with all the talk that Keith Thurman's been doing, you know, Keith Thurman's been doing a damn good job at promoting this fight, man. I think that this pay-per-view will crack 1 million. You know what I'm saying? And before you jump down my neck, I'm gonna give you a couple numbers to think about, man. Keith Thurman, you know, before his injury, Keith Thurman was a big draw. You know, the Danny Garcia and Thurman fight was, I think it peaked at about 5.1 million, you know, 5.1 million people watching your fight. I think that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think the fight with Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, I think that peaked at about 2.6 million. And as everybody like to say, especially Earl Spence, we all know that Sean Porter can't set out a family cookout. So who brought those viewers, you know, to the table? You understand what I'm saying? And the fight with that just passed, with this Keith's last fight after being out of the ring for almost 2 years, man, against Josecito Lopez, did somewhere around 2 million. You know what I mean? So Keith Thurman is still a draw. Keith Thurman is still a big name in the sport of boxing, man. The people at these major sports platforms, they know Keith Thurman's name. You know, before he got hurt, that's all anyone would talk about is Keith Thurman versus this person, Keith Thurman versus that person. Keith Thurman was like the measuring stick of welterweights. When, you know, when you were a welterweight coming up on the rise, you know what I'm saying, and when Keith Thurman was on top, everybody compared you to Keith Thurman. You know, they would go on these shows and ask, say a Terrence Crawford when he was moving up, what do you want to do? Who do you want to fight? Who do you think the man is? Terrence Crawford said Keith Thurman. They was trying to shove Spence down Terrence Crawford's throat, Terrence Crawford corrected him, said, no, Spence ain't the man at 147. Thurman's the man at 147. Same thing with Earl Spence, man. Earl Spence has been wanting Keith Thurman, for years. The reason why he wanted Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman was considered the best out there. So, I think, Keith Thurman is a big draw. I think still, Keith Thurman is still a big draw in the sport of boxing. And I think that this pay-per-view will do big numbers, especially with Manny Pacquiao. I think it will, be right around a million, a million pay-per-view buys. I'll go with minimum, I'm gonna go out on a limb, a minimum 750,000 pay-per-view buys. But I wouldn't be surprised if this fight cracked a million pay-per-view buys, man. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with all the trash talk that has been going on by Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman has been talking more shit than he ever had, for this fight, man, because this is a fight that he's been wanting since he stepped in the game, man. He's real excited. It's his first pay-per-view, and he wanna promote it, and I think he's been doing a very good job of doing that. Manny Pacquiao, the name is self-explanatory. Everybody knows Manny Pacquiao. So, they say there's a pay-per-view coming on this week with Manny Pacquiao. People's gonna click in, But we'll see what happens, man. But I'm really looking forward to this fight. This is Monday, we 5-6 days away from the fight. This is the first video of many coming this week about this fight, man. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about numbers, since everybody talks about numbers nowadays. Who's the bigger draw? Who's doing this? Who's doing that, man? And I think we'll be able to measure Keith Thurman's celebrity by the Pacquiao pay-per-view coming up. Now, we've seen what Pacquiao just did with Adrian Broner. We just watched that, right? So if these numbers should be significantly higher, well, then we know why. It's because of Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman is taking on this role of a villain. A lot of people don't like him now. Especially with all the shit that he's been talking. Floyd Mayweather was like that. People have been saying that Thurman has been trying to model his self after Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people paid to watch Mayweather get his ass whooped. A part of Mayweather's pay-per-view success is because most people didn't like him. They wanted to watch him lose. And Manny Pacquiao has got a lot of fans, man. And Thurman talking so much trash against Manny Pacquiao has got a lot of people to dislike him. So a lot more people may tune in just to see Thurman get his ass whooped. But that's all about the numbers. So we'll see what happens, man. This is Big Faces Worldwide. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, tap that bell icon so you can be notified when I'm dropping more videos. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. But in the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll be back.